the 20 brown Swiss junior 3-year-old cows. We would like the juniors to take a step forward. Our second place junior is entry 3489, Leanne's Phantom Tulsa, owned by Nora Palmer of Waukon, Iowa. And our first place junior is entry 3486, Genlar FC Windmill, owned by Brody Jackson and Blake and Garrett Hill of Cattaraugus, New York. That first place junior winning entry is also the production award winner. Placing third is entry 3492, Bittersweet Cayenne Rosa, owned by Sarah Price of Montfort, Wisconsin. And the second place goes to entry 3502, Acclaimed Secret Dreams, owned by Joseph and Haley Opsel and Kelvin Webster of Blue Mounds, Wisconsin. And your first place junior 3-year-old goes to entry 3499. She is also the first place bred and owned and the best udder of the class. She is Pit Crew Martini Twist, owned by Pit Crew Genetics of Cambridge, Minnesota. Judge Top with your comments.
What a great class of junior 3-year-olds here. With that being said, these top 3 cows kind of sorted themselves out to the top for Caleb and myself. Real nice. But with that being said, this first cow, when you get behind her, just so much more height and width right at the top of the rear udder. Just a little more levelness all the way through on that mammary floor. Not to take anything away from this extremely high style balance cow coming out here in second. Cow in second over the cow in third just shows us a little more femininity up through that head and neck. She's a whisker longer from the tip of her nose, tip of her tail, than a well-balanced cow coming out here in third. Third over fourth, we are giving the advantage third cow. She's fuller up through her midsection, shows us a little more drop to that fore and rear rib than a real well-balanced cow coming out here in fourth. Fourth over fifth, we are giving the advantages. Fourth cow, she's a little harder over that top line as she's parading around the ring. Maybe tracks just a smidge better on them rear feet and legs than the beautiful mammary system cow coming out here in fifth. Fifth over sixth, we are giving the advantages. Fifth cow, just the way that fore udder blends into the body wall, a little nicer, and the rear udder turns a little bit nicer at the top of the rear udder than the ultra dairy cow coming out here in sixth. Sixth over seventh, we are giving the advantage, just that little more dairiness all the way through, a little more femininity up through that head and neck over your big powerful cows coming out next. Congratulations on a wonderful class of junior 3s.
If you're following along in your catalog, the placings for the Brown Swiss Junior 3-year-old cow class, there were 20 cows in the class. Our second place junior went to entry 3489. She is Leanne's Phantom Tulsa, owned by Nora Palmer of Waukon, Iowa. The 10th place and first place junior and also production award winner went to entry 3486, Genlar FC Windmill, owned by Brody Jackson, Blake, and Garrett Hill of Cattaraugus, New York. Entry 3511 was 9th, 3497 was 8th, 3509 was 7th, 3496 was 6th, 3506 was 5th, 3495 was 4th. Entry 3492 was 3rd. Bittersweet Cayenne Rosa, owned by Sarah Price of Montfort, Wisconsin. Entry 3502 was 2nd. Acclaimed Secret Dreams, owned by Joseph and Haley Opsel and Kelvin Webster of Blue Mounds, Wisconsin. And your winning entry, Best Udder and Bred and Owned, was entry 3499, Pit Crew Martini Twist, owned by Pit Crew Genetics of Cambridge, Minnesota. Now entering the ring are the brown.
In our fall heifer calf class of our Guernsey show, junior best bred known goes to entry 2884 Red Rage Majesty Bucket, owned by Caleb Bush of Louisville, New York. Our second place junior is entry 2880 Cooley Crest Top Gun Sophia, owned by Jack Ayers of Mechanicsburg, Ohio. And our first junior is entry 2890 Four Winds VGJD Chasing Stars, owned by Lauren Weisensell of Deerfield, Wisconsin. Our third place entry in the open show is entry 2885 Gladheart JD Fresca, owned by Edward Crossland of Cumberland, Maryland. Second place is entry 2899 Naps Our Top Secret, owned by Last Call Syndicate and Kurt and Michelle Wolf of Gutenberg, Iowa. And winning the class and the best bred known to the show class is 2889 Four Winds VG Channel Charisma, owned by Valley Gem and Four Winds of Cumberland, Wisconsin. Congratulations. Judge Harbaugh.
Thanks, Bruce. Well, ladies and gentlemen, another exceptional class of calves, and with that being said, a beautiful pair to start and a very logical winner. This first heifer just has so much style, balance, smoothness, and blending of parts. A heifer that's so refined in her bone, but yet has some width and some mass when you get her in line. It's that advantage she has today in being just a little stronger over her loin today, showing me just a bit more levelness down her top than another very balanced ultra dairy heifer we have coming along in second. But that first heifer so high style, long in her frame, and it is that advantage in her length of frame or hardness down her top that takes her over a similar made heifer coming along here in second. The second heifer for me today and for Herbie just has that advantage in dairiness over the heifer in third. She's so much more feminine about her head and neck. She's sharper at the point of withers. She's just so much cleaner down through the molding of the bone in her hock today, and more correct out through her tail setting than the big powerful heifer coming along here in third. You really admire the third heifer. She's wide chested, she's long through her frame, just doesn't have that correctness out through her tail setting today, and not quite the cleanliness throughout that we have in the two heifers that lead the class. But that third heifer uses her advantage today in fullness through her crops, her width through the point of elbow, and her hardness down her top to place over another big open-ribbed heifer we have coming along here in fourth. Fourth over fifth, it's that advantage she has today in depth, spring, sweep, and openness of both fore and rear rib that take her over this beautifully balanced heifer we have coming along here in fifth. You really admire the fifth heifer. She's a long frame, stylish heifer, but today she just lacks that overall strength and mass that we have in the four heifers that place above her when you get her in line. But that fifth heifer uses her length of frame today to place over another really pretty balanced heifer we have coming along here in sixth. Congratulations to our exhibitors.